You probably just jerked off, didn't you? I can smell the fucking crusty ass socks from here on out. Don't lie to me. But that's why you came, right? You saw this intriguing little title. It's like, oh wow. So relatable. But you know what? I'm hoping to get something out of this fucking video. Now, hopefully I can share you some inspiration, maybe it's inspiration, maybe some insight on how to stop fucking playing with your little Jimmy Willie. Now, why should you trust me? I'm just some random guy on the internet. I did some little funny ass reactions to music, but like, you know what? I'm a regular ass dude. I'm not gonna claim here that I'm special. I was once there. We live in a culture and society where sex and like fucking playing with your Willie or your clit or whatever you own downstairs is acceptable. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing actually physically wrong with, you know, spending some little alone time, fucking barbecuing alone, playing with your little sausage. Like, there's nothing wrong. I like my shit medium rare. You like it fully well done? Then fair enough. But I think there comes to a point, this very kind of innocent, cute, playful act becomes like their fucking devil in their life, where they can do nothing else but that. They've got all these goals, they've got tasks they want to do, like they want to be a YouTuber, they want to be an athlete, they want to get good grades so they can, you know, go to a good school or become the doctor, whatever your aspirations and dreams are. I know masturbating for a lot of people is like that one fucking thing that is like the little wrench in the, what's the saying, the wrench in between the walls, like, you know what I mean? It's like you can't go to that next level because you have this one thing standing in your way. For me, I battled it for most of my fucking life, and I didn't even like realize how much of a negative effect it was having in all aspects of my life, like with work, studying, definitely studying. Like, I'd be at school and be like, oh, I can't wait to fucking get home and just fucking, you know, I searched up videos online. I learned about NoFap when I was like 19. I read all these like self-help books. I've done all that. I stayed up late all night opening all these tabs on different NoFap, you know, abstaining from masturbating, all these like videos and stuff, and none of them actually helped. They may have helped in the temporary for like a day or two, but like I've always failed. And you know, I wanted to give you some tips that really helped me, and it's honestly saved my life. So let's get to it, guys. There's 4 steps that have really helped me overcome this fucking negative habit, and hopefully it provides value to you as well. Number 1 is acknowledging the problem. I know you guys are already in the comments like, oh, I came here to fucking actually like stop playing with little Willie, and like now he's fucking telling me acknowledges that bad habit. You guys probably all know it's a bad habit, but I know there's a few people here, or maybe a lot of you guys, who don't even realize it's a bad thing. And it's not. If you can control it, if you can have some alone time where you like just fucking watching your own little favorite porn stars or whatever websites you use or whatever OnlyFans model you love busting your little nut to, then like fair enough. Like if that's what you want to do it. It's not a great choice to do in life, but if you can do it sparingly, if you can control it, then fair enough, man. We all need to have a bit of a release. But if you're fully just doing it every single day and you can't do anything else, like you get to the end of the day and you look back on like what you've done and all you did was just fucking lay down, eat in bed, and just toss your fucking Willy in bed, like I think there's an actual problem. I think acknowledging that masturbating is a bad habit is gonna get you really far. You know, when I was in school and I was like jerking off fucking, yeah, every day, multiple times a day, sometimes like in fucking public spaces. I know it's disgusting. That was me. I didn't really think it was a bad thing. It was more just like I get the thought or the trigger in my mind saying, oh, I'm horny. Whether that's seeing a cute chick on Instagram or in real life, or maybe we're talking about something like sexy, or I'd be like, oh, I guess it's time to wank because like, you know, my dick's really hard right now and I'm in the mood, let's go. I'd always just do that instead of thinking to myself, hang on, like, yes, I'm getting these like sexual thoughts. Yes, I feel horny. Yes, I feel the weight of my fucking sperm swimming around like sporadically right now. It's getting really exciting. Like I fucking like my dick is reacting to it. You know, it doesn't mean you have to jerk off straight away, man. You know, it's a really powerful tool. It's the sexual urge. It's very powerful, and just putting that into something else, whether that's your work, sport, going to the gym, just being focused on reading, whatever it is, it might be hard the first few minutes, you know, because all you can think about is whatever previous thought you had. You look down and like your fucking shorts are sticking up. I get it, man. It's not easy, but you gotta understand it, acknowledge, and just kind of give almost respect to the fact that, you know, jerking off, even though I have this great urge, I don't have to do it. It's a bad habit. You know, just constantly reminding yourself, so the next time you're in school or you're scrolling on social media or you're just out and about, you're out just wherever and you get that random urge at the airport, wherever, I don't care where you are. Whenever you get that urge, just remind yourself, it's not good. You know, I feel horny, but it's not good. Let's not do it right now. Let's just hold off at least till tomorrow. Let's just think about it tomorrow. Let's just get by today. Let's at least go to the gym. Let's at least do whatever task you're about to do before you got that sense, that sexual urge, that energy, that thought, that provocative thought. But there's one thing that I want for you to understand and fully just not escape your brain, is understanding and acknowledging whenever you get that urge, catching that and realizing that it's gonna lead to that bad thing. Okay, step 2 is probably the most important step, but I think it's an idea that isn't is really hard to grasp, or it's not something that you can just watch like a few minutes of this video to fully understand. It's something that I've only learned myself, and it's actually really helped myself in not just quitting masturbating, but other bad habits in my life and just staying on track. But it's your self-image. Understanding that all these thoughts and actions and habits that you do throughout the day or throughout the weeks and months and years, they add up and they kind of build like almost like a callus around your mind, which kind of depicts the person that you already are. Self-image is so important because if you just see yourself as someone that isn't a masturbator, that isn't someone that just jerks off, you're not going to do it. And it takes effort, it takes weeks, months, years of consciously like telling yourself that you're not this sort of person. But that's why I think step number one, acknowledging that it's a bad habit, that you're better than that it's not good for you, is going to help you out in the long run, because that's going to help you aid a better self-image for yourself. Everyone has a self-image, and that's built through previous actions. Whether that's weeks, years, or decades of you masturbating, over time, your brain's gonna realize like, oh, I'm just someone that jerks off. That becomes normal to me. That's your self-image. Your self-image becomes someone that jerks off. If you eat donuts or Pringles, or you just snack all the time, without even realizing, you're feeding your self-image, and your mind is gonna think that you're just someone that eats shitty food. That's gonna become normal to you. You can try your hardest to tell yourself, oh, that's not me. Like, oh, I need to go on a diet. Like, from tomorrow, I'm gonna cut out the sweets. But no, that's not how it works. For the last 5, 10, 20 years, you've been someone who snacked. You've been someone who was fat. You've been someone that ate the fucking donut, even though I left it on the table, and you know you shouldn't. So what makes you think that tomorrow you're gonna be able to stop that negative habit? What makes you think that tomorrow you'll be able to stop jerking off just cold turkey, just like that, because oh, I saw this video. Like, no, you gotta work on your self-image. You have 20, 30, however old you are, whenever you started jerking off, however long it's been, you have all those years of experience, that negative experience that you've been subconsciously feeding to your self-image, telling yourself that you are someone that does X, that doing X is normal, that doing X is actually a good thing, because why else would I be doing it, right? That's why step one, acknowledging that it's a bad thing, it's gonna help you create a better self-image for yourself. If you've heard of visualizations, if you've heard of affirmations, that's pretty much feeding your subconscious mind and your brain of a better self-image. If you just understand and just constantly tell yourself that you are not someone who does this X bad habit, who isn't a masturbator, who isn't self-conscious, who isn't if you just keep telling yourself like, oh fuck, like I'm a masturbator, oh fuck, I did it again, you're just pretty much reinforcing your self-image, your subconscious mind, that you are this habit. Now, step 3 is probably the most obvious one. You've probably seen this through other nofap, jerking off, masturbating videos or whatever. But it's just staying away from distractions. Distractions such as social media or even your device. Just having your laptop or your phone around you can be such triggers or just distractions that will instantly provoke that thought in your mind to jerk off. At least with me, like whenever I had a day off and I didn't have to wake up early for work or whatever, and so I'd sleep in, I'd wake up, and I know there's no urgency or any rush to leave my bed. What's the first thing I do? I just grab my phone, and I'm in this comfy, hazy state where I'm like wrapped up under my sheets. I'm very comfortable right now. My hands feel so soft. I just had the best sleep ever. I probably dreamed about just being with some hot ass girl. And like, what's the first step I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jerk off, especially when I have that device or that thing that's gonna lead to that negative habit. So having your phone next to your bed in the morning, yeah, like, we need it for alarms and stuff, but like, if you're a constant habitual masturbator that jerks off in the morning after he wakes up, it's probably best not keep your phone next to your bed. At least with me, it was my laptop. Like, that was my distraction. That's something that I really struggled with, was having my laptop and my phone around, because I know if I had those devices around, it was a lot easier for me to actually, get that negative accomplishment, if you want to call it. I know social media is another bad one, like TikTok, man. Like, this fucking 16-year-old girls shaking their fucking booty on the screen. Like, if you're older than 18 and your TikTok feed is just 16-year-old girls just fucking doing those little silly dances, wearing those tight shorts, like, what are you doing, bro? Just delete the app, man. Why do you have it? For me at least, like in the Instagram page, like, it's not necessarily the people I follow, but sometimes I'd go into that little search section, and before you click the search bar, like, there's all these recommended like posts and stuff, and a lot of the times it's just filled with just like naked girls. Just like, it's a massive distraction, even for me. Like, if you're a normal heterosexual, is that it? When I'm attracted to a woman? Yeah, if you're a normal heterosexual, if you're a normal heterosexual male and you see those sort of things in your search recommended part in Instagram, of course it's a massive distraction. It's gonna reel you in. It's very hard to then consciously think to yourself, oh no, it's a negative habit. Like, what you can do is, when you see that, if you see like a naked girl with her fucking tits out on Instagram, and you can consciously think to yourself like, this is bad, this is not who I am, acknowledging that it's a bad thing, understanding that your self-image, the person that you want to become, that's not you. You're not going to get distracted by that. The first 2 steps I told you about, if you can have those 2 thoughts at all times whenever you get distracted, dude, you're 99% there. Eventually, your self-image is going to catch up and understand, like, that's not the sort of person you are. And the next time you see that post on Instagram, you're like, yeah, whatever. Like, I know what it's going to do. Whatever. Scroll. Next. Done. Also, one more thing on distractions. Boredom was another big distraction for me as well. Like, again, those days off where I had nothing planned, I had no goals set for the day, I'm feeling lazy, maybe I'm in a bit of a rut, or whatever case you're in. If you feel bored, or if you are bored, and you just have a bunch of free time, you're indoors, you're just gonna stay home all day, maybe it's raining outside and you don't feel like going outside, and what are you gonna do? Watch movies all day? Watch YouTube all day? Sure, you might do that, but because you have these devices around you, because you're trapped in this confinement, like, of course you're gonna give in. It's so much easier to give in to jerking off if you're just stuck at home with your device and your phone and social media. You got nothing else to do. So what I recommend is, like, on your days off when you have nothing planned, like, having an active goal that you can fully focus on, or even just going outside and just leaving the house. Do whatever you can to get away from those distractions. If you can figure out what your distractions are and then just stay clear from those distractions, that's gonna do you like wonders, honestly. Now, step 4. Now, this is probably the best one because it's so rewarding and it's being social. I was just mentioning before how we get distracted with our devices and social media, and like these days, people tend to not like want to go outside for whatever fucking reason. Maybe it's easier for me because I'm a naturally social person. I like interacting, and I think it's very rewarding. And socializing is a very important skill that you'd want to learn yourself if you're into this whole self-help development phase in your life, whatever monk mode, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it, but if you want to level up in life, you got to know how to socialize with people. It's going to help so much if you can network and meet people who can actually elevate your life. Maybe you might meet someone who's on the same mission or path as you. Maybe you might meet someone that has a brilliant opportunity for you. Whatever it is, being social and meeting people is going to help you not want to jerk off because A, you're keeping yourself occupied, and 2, if you're being social and you're doing all these things where you're meeting different people, maybe I wouldn't recommend it, but even going to the clubs or bars, like if that's what you have to do to meet people and go outside, do that, man. And you might even meet a great woman. And what's great about that is well, it's pretty obvious, but if you meet a woman, A, now you're being distracted from the fucking jerking off thing, and you're not going to want to jerk off because you're with a beautiful woman now. And 2, your natural instincts and your horniness and your hormones or whatever, your testosterone, it's going to kick in. And having sex with a woman you're attracted to is 1,000,000 times better than fucking jerking off and having sex with your right hand. Matter of fact, it's normal. We're meant to be having sex with people. It's normal to be wanting to, flirt with other women and eventually getting into a relationship with them and eventually having sex with them. That's such a normal thing. But like most people are afraid to like meet women and talk to girls or just be social in general because like all they're fucking doing is locking themselves in their rooms, curtains shut, just jerking off for hours, finding that perfect video on Pornhub. Like, it's disgusting, man. So just being more social, it's gonna make you feel more confident. Over time, you might suck. Say you're naturally introverted, or say you don't really go outside and like socialize and go to parties or whatever it is. You don't have to go to parties or clubs to be social. You can go to activities. You can just go to like the bookshop and just talk to someone. Whatever it is, just talk to the cashier when you're at the grocery store. Whatever it is. Build up your social skills so that you can eventually be confident enough to talk to beautiful women. If that is what you're really afraid of. But then if you don't have social problems, then just go outside and just meet people, man. Meet girls. If you install Tinder and Hinge, all these dating apps, it's a double-sworded blade, whatever you call it, because it's gonna help you like meet more girls. But then you could also it could actually pull you into wanting to jerk off because you become more horny. So that's obviously different case by case. But whatever you can do to be more social and to actually meet women in real life, it's gonna help you out. All right, it's gonna mean you're gonna be jerking off less and you're gonna be hopefully having great sex with these women. I know I kind of rambled on, but that just shows how passionate I am, and I really understand that like fucking how much of an evil and addictive habit that masturbating can really be. And yeah, hopefully this video was helpful for you. I know like my younger self, he would have loved to have seen this video earlier on. And by the way, if you do like, say you're on like a 2-week streak, like I don't even recommend counting, but say you haven't jerked off in a while and then you give in, like you slipped up, that's totally fine, man. Like as long as you keep trying, take it day by day, you got this, man. I believe in you. Don't be too hard on yourself. Like most fucking guys don't even realize it's a negative thing and they just do it without even conscious thought. So just the fact that you clicked on this video and then you watched it all the way through tells me that you're a fucking good bloke. You really want to stop. You understand it's a negative thing and you're trying your best, and that's all that matters. If you want more advice, I do online coaching where we can do one-on-one calls or group calls, and you're going to be surrounded in a community with other guys who have the same mission, the same path. If you're into self-development, if you're into self-help, you just want to quit porn, or you just want to be surrounded with someone that's relatable, that understands your pain, understands the struggle, and that's on the same mission as you, I can help you with that. So if that's something that interests you, then the link will be in the description down below. You can click that, and hopefully I'll see you soon. But if not, have a great day, guys. I love you.